A and B cohort, this is for you guys who are absent for day one of your electromagnetic fishing pole. So A cohort, we started this on Tuesday, the same day that we finished up our electromagnet lab. And B cohort, we did this on Friday, again, the same day that we finished up our electromagnet lab. So if you guys were gone, you should be watching this video to find out what you guys need to do to go on with day two, okay? Because you guys will need to do this before you come to class the next time. So as I explained to you guys yesterday in class, if you were here, you guys are building your electromagnetic fishing pole. So it should look something like this. So we talked a little bit about what an electric magnet is. So normally this nail here does not act like a magnet. It cannot pick up other nails or paper clips or whatever the case. Okay, however, if we take a current, you guys can see my little battery right here. If you guys take a current and you run that current through a wire, and then down in that wire will wrap around our nail and then back up to the other end so we have a closed circuit. Okay, that electrical current that runs through that wire can cause us to have a magnetic field on our nail. So when we have that current running when our switch is on, okay, that nail is now a magnet and can pick up other nails, paper clips, things like that. So what you guys are doing with your fishing pole is you guys are designing a fishing pole that can pick up fish or catch fish. The fish I have are little paper fish with paper clips sticking to them. Okay, so you guys will obviously be attracting the magnet to the little paper clips. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go through what you guys were supposed to do for day one and what I walked through everyone else in class with. So you guys can kind of switch to slide 2 as your goals. Day 1, you'll be designing an effective electromagnet using a D-cell battery, a piece of magnetic wire, and a nail. So I'll kind of go over what your design should look like. For the most part, you guys get some freedom, but there are some parameters you guys have to meet with your pole. And then I'll go over the materials that I'm providing you guys so you know what you need to provide for yourself for Monday. Okay? All right, so day 1, here's your material. So this is what I'll provide for you. You guys can use those, or you guys can bring your own if you feel that they're not going to make the most effective fishing pole, okay? Or the most effective electromagnet, if you will. And you guys should have learned a little bit about this from the electromagnetic lab, okay? So you guys will be given an iron nail, the same one that we used in our electromagnet. So it's that smaller of the nails. A D-cell battery, this one right here is a D-cell battery, okay? It's a little obviously bigger than an A or a double A, okay? And then a 100 centimeter piece of magnetic wire and a 10 centimeter piece of magnetic wire. So the 100 centimeter will go from one end of your battery, it'll go down your pole, it'll drop down, wrap around your nail, and then it'll come back up and it'll attach to your switch. Okay, this is a switch that I brought from home. You guys can definitely bring one of those if you choose. Otherwise, you guys will be given 2 thumbtacks and a paper clip that you guys will make into a switch. So I'll show you guys that picture here in a second. But then that 100 centimeter, the other part of the wire hooks to the end of the switch. Then your guys' 10 centimeter wire, it might be hard for you guys to see, connects the switch to the other end of the battery. So now we have a complete circuit here. Okay. 2 metal thumbtacks and a large paper clip. Again, that's for your switch, and I'll show you what that setup could look like. And then electrical tape, so all the electrical tape you may need. Okay, here are your parameters. Okay, your pole must be 25 centimeters long. What that means is from the end of your battery to where your line drops off your pole needs to be 25 centimeters. So if I'm looking at a meter stick, that's about this big, okay? You guys will need a design. Just today you're just drawing your designs. Your fishing pole needs to be planned out to have that 25 centimeter at the very least. It could be bigger than that, and my advice to you guys would be to design a pole that's a little bit over 25. In all honesty, if I were to measure my pole, it probably wouldn't hit parameters because of where my battery is mounted, okay? There's still a little bit on the end. I probably needed to go clear to the end. And then where my line drops off, I probably am not quite 25 centimeters. Let me look. Okay, so I was about 24 centimeters, but I was close, but I didn't hit the parameter, so this pole would not count. Okay, the other parameter is your guys' line must hang off the pole by at least 15 inches. So from where your guys' wire comes off your actual pole to the lowest part of your nail, that would be 15 centimeters. So if I measure mine, again, I'm about a centimeter short. So technically, this doesn't quite meet parameters. So you guys would need to make sure it does. Actually, if you count where my nail is the furthest, it's about 16. So I'm actually a little bit more for that. Okay, so 15 centimeters is about that long. Okay. All right, kind of hard for you guys to see when that's changed on the video. All right, and then finally, you guys will need a switch. So basically the whole point of the switch is when we are on day 3 and you guys are doing the fishing derby competition, you guys need to be able to catch and release fish. You guys will turn your electromagnet on using the switch, whether it's one you bring from home like this, standard issue, less than $1, okay? Or if it's one out of a paper clip, which is even cheaper, you guys can connect your circuit, close it, turn your electrical current on, pick up fish out of the little pond, and then you guys will bring your fish over to your little basket, okay? Only what lands in that basket will be counted, and you can only put fish in that basket from the electromagnet. So then you guys will turn it off, your fish will fall off, and then you'll turn it back on and go to the pond. So you guys will do that, and you have a minute to fish. So you guys need to be able to turn your switch on and off, and again, I'll show you what that switch looks like here in a second if you don't bring your own. So that allows us to catch and release fish, and then again, you'll have 1 minute to fish. Okay, next slide. Your directions for today is to take a look at your materials on slide 3 and your parameters on slide 4, which I just went over. Consider what other materials you may need. So notice that if we go back to our materials list, I am not providing you with any type of material to actually build your pole. This one I have a dowel. It could be something as easy as a couple pencils taped together, a ruler. You need to provide it though, okay? I'm not providing that for you guys. Okay, it could be a twig for all I care. You guys could break a branch off on your way to school. Maybe you guys have pieces of wood at home. I've seen a lot of kids get pretty creative, especially if they forgot theirs. So materials you guys will need to make is some sort of material you guys, materials you need to bring are something to make your pole, okay? And you need to have this by, if you're A day Monday, if you're B day Thursday. So your next time you guys come to class, you need to have this material because for day 2, which is that Monday or Thursday, you guys have 1 day and 1 day only to build, okay? Day 3, we will compete. So really that's all we have to do this. If you guys don't have your materials, you'll have to get creative. Okay? And then also any other materials that you guys don't like that I'm providing for you, maybe you're not impressed with the nail I gave you guys and you want to bring something else from home, you're more than welcome to. Maybe you don't like the batteries. Maybe you guys want to try up multiple things. You guys can bring that from home. My only suggestion to you guys would be to use my wire. Okay, my wire is specifically made for electromagnets, but that's up to you guys again. And if you want a different switch, you're more than welcome to bring that as well. Okay, so consider what you guys need. And then finally, on your piece of paper, you're gonna draw a design of your pole. Include any tentative measurements and label variations such as the number of coils. So how many times do you plan on wrapping your coils around or your wire around your nail? What kind of core are you gonna use? Are you gonna use my nail, a different nail? Are you guys gonna do some variation on the battery, number of batteries, type of battery, whatever the case? Switch, are you guys gonna get your own switch or are you guys gonna make one out of the paper clip and the thumbtacks, pole material, things like that? So what are you guys gonna bring to make your actual pole? And then you guys are gonna take a picture of that and insert it on slide 7. Okay, so if we look really quick, you guys will take a picture with your computer, you guys will copy and paste it and put your design right there. You guys have an assignment for day 1. So if you don't do this insert of your design, you guys are gonna lose 4 points for your total project. Okay, last but not least, here's your guys' little switch. And you guys can use the tape and tape it down, that's totally up to you. But what we have is you guys can see one end of the wire, and if you look really closely on this picture right here, you guys can see where that red paint is scraped off. So when you guys make your switch, you'll need to make sure that red paint is really scraped off and that you have good copper to thumbtack contact. So you'll wrap that around, you'll hammer your little thumbtack in. On the other end, you guys will also wrap your wire around. You'll also maybe even give it some wraps around the paper clip. And then notice how you guys are able to lift this up, and then when you push it down, you're gonna close your circuit and electricity will be rolling. You let it go, you're gonna open your circuit and electricity will stop flowing. Okay, so this is an example of what your switch looks like. If you guys want an idea of how to make this, watch this video that Miss Grappo made for us. Okay, and then finally, everyone is allowed to work with a partner on this. Okay, obviously you're home, you're absent. There's 2 more days left of this though, and maybe you know you're gonna be back to school next Monday or Thursday. Okay, if you know of someone in your class that you always work with, you're more than welcome to get a hold of me and I can talk to them, or you guys can message them in Teams. Make sure that they want to coordinate with you when you're at home, okay? And make sure it's obviously something that you guys are coming back for and you can do. If not, you guys will kind of be on your own to build this and get your guys' design in, okay? So you guys are more than welcome to figure out a partner to work with as long as they don't already have a partner and they're willing to work with you kind of while you're at home and that you're still kind of contributing to everything. And that you're not going to be gone for the whole project either. Okay, so that's day 1 for you guys. Again, you guys are completing through side 7. So at the end of the day, you guys should know what you're bringing for the next day you are in class. Again, that is the only day you guys have to build. So you have to have those materials. Lucky for you guys, you won't be back for another couple days. So you have time to get those materials. It's not just tomorrow. Okay, so next time you're in class, you need those materials. And then again, insert a design of what you guys expect your electromagnetic fishing pole to look like. Okay. All right, I hope you're having a good day. There will be a separate video if you guys are going to be absent for day 2 or day 3. But this is what I want you guys to watch to make up for today's work. Have a good day. Bye.